Hello, welcome back. In this session, we are gonna see how to run a project effortlessly, and we can switch between the projects. Before moving on further, we will see the directories that I'm having right now. So let's say in my home directory, I will have a project as a folder. It means that I am trying to hold more than one projects in the same directory. So let's say this will be the project name. So you can have any number of projects. Inside each project, you might have an API folder, you might have a folder to hold all the front-end files. And then you will have some standalone servers like for website case or generating PDFs or so and so. Or you might have an app. You can keep anything related to that project. You will keep under the under the directory. So if you look at the hierarchy, let's say there is a LAN. So each portal will have the API web, and then this is for a PDF make. That in our previous session we have seen about PDF make series. So generating part of it. The same way I have another project, there'll be an API, there'll be web, there'll be a generating PDF part, the same thing goes to like that. Let's say if project one might have, let's say project one will have app. Okay, so this will be a Flutter app. So you can scale it like that. And the same level of in projects, I have created a folder called bin. So this is where I'll keep all the shell script and batch files to switch between the project. And also I'll try to keep all the frequently used commands as a script so that I can call it anywhere in the terminal. So let's see. So here is an example for Unix-like system such as Linux or Mac OS. So for a Windows, instead of a .sh file, you will have the batch file. Okay, so .bat file. And the command slightly will be different compared to the Linux system or the Mac system. Okay, so I'm trying to create a file called len.pm.sh. So I'll try to keep it inside the bin folder. Okay, the bin folder is inside the root directory that I'm having. Okay, this root directory in your case, if you are on a Windows, preferably I'll suggest you to keep not inside the C directory, because C directory most of the time you will have the Windows OS. So preferably try to keep it inside that other than C drive or other than the Windows drive, so that if there any Windows crash, so you might wanted to format it, so the actual source code will not get affected. Okay, so we have created learn.pm sh. So let's go back and then try to see. Okay, so I have created a folder inside the bin. Okay, so first navigating to the project folder and then just clear the screen and then just calling the local script again. There is a script called run inside the learn pm directory. So if I go back to learn pm directory, there is a run sh file which is executable. There is a clear screen, and then again we are calling this one. If you are following the previous sessions, you might have seen this nodeman.server.js command. Okay, so now we'll come back. So we have just created one script file and then stored as learn pm.sh. Note that this will be my path. So in your case, you have to adjust as your pattern. So I'm just following this pattern so that even if any number of projects comes, I'll just keep it inside the projects folder. And each project will have the very unique and concise name and short name. My preferable way of doing things is just try to keep very minimalistic name without any space or hyphen or any uppercase or lowercase. I mean completely lowercase, and try to keep it less than 6 or 5 characters. The project name and then subfolder names. Okay. Then I'll combine together. Let's say if I'm trying to run a API server, I'll just keep it as like learn then API, learn web, learn PM, sdev API, sdev web, sdev GP, something like that. Or sometimes if you're having very less number of projects that you wanted to run, I'll just keep it as sweb, SAP, SGP. I mean, if it is more frequently that you're running. Okay, so just to create all the files. After that, what we are gonna do, we are making this directory executable. But in Windows, most of the time it will be in by default executable permission. So not you have to adjust it using command prompt. I mean, adjusting using the permissions tab. But in Mac or Linux, you can just run this command. Let's say for navigate to the bin directory, then execute this command. So chmod execute permission for this file. Okay, after that, we have to go to the home directory, and then we have to look for a base RC for base files, or JAS file if it is it as such RC. Okay, just open it and then add this particular line. What it does, it just append or add the home/bin directory, or base projects /bin. Yeah. So what it does, it just add this. Already you have set up paths which are defined. Now you're attaching to that part. Okay. So after that, if to save these changes, you have to call this file. I mean, call this command source again. You have to call this one so that it will apply the changes. Now you can open up any terminal and then you can call this by this shell script file name. Okay. So in my case, I'll keep all the things without any extensions. Let's say .sketch. So I can just call it as the name is learn PM anywhere in the code. Okay. Let's say. Okay. So right now I'm in different directory. If you notice here, I'm in a different directory, but the actual code is in the actual code inside learn, inside API, inside PM. Okay. It is not the same directory as it's there. I just call learn PM. So learn PM. So it directly start running. So what it does here. So if you come back to the learn PM command, so what it does, it will just go to the respective directory and then clear the screen and call the local script. And the local script contains nodemon.server.js. Okay. So let's say if you're having a different process. So let's say I just stop the server. Now I want to switch it back to web. I mean the another web folder. It directly starts. Okay. So I'll just stop it. I'm just stopping it. Again, I'll just start running learn. Yeah, you got an idea. You can easily switch. Not only that, you can have any number of script, and you can any frequently used commands. You can just keep it as a batch file, and then you can call it. Let's say you want to build a project. So frequently, if you really wanted to build a process, what you can do? We can just so let's say I have a build part. So let's say I'm just navigating to the directory, then removing the existing, is there any folder, then setting up a node option so that there any memory thing, then clear it, then run the project, I mean build the project. If the build is done, then the folder is exist, then what we'll do, we'll zip it. So now once after running this command, what will happen now? First it will navigate, removing the existing if it exists, then build it and then zip it. Okay, this is what will happen all that whenever you're running this command. How will you run this command? By name of the file. So that is name of the script just built. Okay, you got an idea. So if you're on a Windows, what we have to do? Once create a learn.batch file, then you can keep the script. Then you can save the file and then go to the environment variable. After that, either you can type system.cpl, or you can directly search for the environment variable, go to the advanced tab and then find environment variable. Then either in the system variable, there is a path, you can click on it, add the new path that is pointing to the bin directory, then save it. For to affect the changes, what you have to do, you have to close command prompt and then reopen it again. So now you will save the huge time. I hope this helps. Thank you.